Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the OG's Power Hour. Tony's taking Mom out to the doctors this morning, so he's not going to be able to join us. And we're just waiting for John Berfelo. We're not sure where he is. So, Hetty, if you want to send him a text as well, we'll find out where John is this morning. But we're going to say good morning to everybody. We got Dave, we've got Roy, Hetty, and Boulder's catching his first live right on. And, of course, Silly Lily making sure that everybody behaves themselves in the chat. I want to say thanks for everybody showing up this morning. And, yeah, here we go, Hetty, but we got no John. So maybe send Mike over next door and kick him in the butt and say, John, you're supposed to be on a live stream, you know. Anyway, guys, today we're just chilling today. Had a hell of a great month. Good morning, Pembina River. I was down at the Unicorn Music Festival and then Camp Canna, and then I had another private event this last weekend. It's been absolutely amazing seeing the community coming together, getting out in support of each other, and it's what we really need to do. It's one of those great things where when you can get out with your friends, your family, and friends you've never even met yet, and sit down and talk about what's going on, share your joints with them, they share theirs with you. It's an amazing thing to have that community come together. We've got pot fights coming up on September 1st in Vancouver. And that's really what pot fights is all about, is bringing the community back together. There was some, let's say, animosity in the community, and we're trying to take that back out, because everybody was friends, and we want everybody to get back to that. We want to get back to where we were before things kind of went crazy. And there's John, and of course, blowing smoke in my face again, as always. Good morning, John.
I couldn't find the link. No, my computer crashed. I was doing push-ups. I fell down the stairs. My bong got lit. I was popping seeds. What's up, everybody? Great.
Well, I know I told Hetty to go over, and she says, told him, Ken. Oh, it looks like your internet's a little slow there this morning, John. You keep freezing up on us, brother.
Yeah, I can't help that. I'm in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Working on a plan.
So we don't have Tony with us this morning, John. He's taking Mom to the doctors, so he's a little busy this morning. And of course, family always comes first. You have to make sure your family is good. Did you post your push-ups, John, or you still got to post your push-ups?
I'm doing 280 things at once here right now, guys. You're just gonna keep talking, and I'm posting on my stuff, and it's just taking me way too long because I'm just I love doing this, right?
Right. Well, I'll just keep talking, guys. And
keep talking.
We were talking about community. We're talking about caring, sharing community, which is what we preach on this channel. And we're talking about pot fights, which is coming up on the 1st. I'm going to be in Vancouver for that with John and a whole bunch of wonderful people. And we're talking about bringing everybody back together to where, pre-legalization, where the medical community came together to fight for the right for everybody to have this wonderful medicine. And I think we've got to get back into that mindset to help change the laws, not just in Canada, but globally, because there's a lot of laws that are really stifling the industry and hurting people, that we need to stand up and say, no, that's not how we are going to allow the things to move forward. But we have to do that as a large community. One or two people saying something isn't very effective when you have an entire community standing up and saying, no, we're not going to do it that way. Then we're going to be able to create change in the government and in the industry to move it forward. Like John's talking about water activity and standardization of the cannabis that is available. I think those are things that need to be talked about on a more serious level and have those standards put in place, because like I can't smoke dry weed. It's just I just can't take it. My throat won't take it. So I would like to know when I'm going into a store if that product is dry, if I'm going to have to use a vaporizer to consume it, etc. And that's where a lot of things need to come together and be put in place, where we know when we're going into a store, you know, the product that we're getting, we know the quality of product we're getting, and it shouldn't just be based on the taxable THC levels. It should be based on the whole plant medicine and what it can do for us and our endocannabinoid system. So I think that is something that, you know, on the first, when we're at pot fights, is maybe something that the community can come together and talk about. You know, get over their differences, come together as a whole group, standing up and going, okay, we need to go this direction, and you know, forcing the government to go that direction. And that's what happened when legalization, you know, came into effect. We had forced the government to go in the direction we wanted them to go. We just didn't put in the rules and regulations. If we had have written the rules and regulations as a community and given it to them to move forward with, I think we would have been in a much better situation now than what we are. But now, looking back, we can you know, do those kinds of things and make changes in the industry to move it forward in the direction that the consumer needs it to go, and not just the government and the corporations need it to go. And John's just busy typing on his phone there, you know, which is good. He's got to get all of his stuff done. At least you're not in 4 different Zoom calls all at the same time, John, like you were there the one day. We were busier than heck. Oh, okay. Well, you only got 3. That's only 3. Okay, you're missing one, man. But that's where you're making changes in the community as well, John, and you're making changes, you know, a lot to the better.
We're helping one another out with growth, contribution. I'm just
okay. Can you guys?
I found
John freezing up for you guys, or is it just me that John is freezing up? So tell me in the chat, guys. Is John freezing up for you guys, or is it just on my end? Is it my computer that's having an issue?
It's probably me.
Yes, it's Lily says yes. It's John's freezing up. So John, why don't you jump off and jump back on and see if we can get a better connection for you? Okay, so while we wait for John to try to come back on, he's probably got so many apps open on his phone right now that you know, it's taking up a lot of the bandwidth that his internet has, and he's got high-speed internet, believe me. But he's also probably has, you know, 4 different things open downstairs in his office, because he's got his staff that he works with all day as well. So, Hetty, maybe you need to block off some of his workflow for the hour. Anyway, guys, like I was saying, it's all of us coming together that's really going to make the difference in the long run. And if we can't come together, we're going to have a real problem in the future. So let's try that, John. How are you doing, brother?
How are you?
Oh, hey, I'm fantastic. I'm still alive. It's a good day in the neighborhood.
That's awesome.
I know, Hetty. I know it's hard to make John slow down, because he's just trying to push so hard to get so much done and help so many people. That's why John is an amazing man to be associated with,
I
because he's
you
always
say thank you, Ken. You guys, every year.
John, you're still freezing up and breaking up, man. So I don't know. I think you got too much on downstairs.
No, I got what I got downstairs. I got lizards. We got guinea pigs. I don't know. We got a bunch of stuff downstairs. We have animals being saved from the coronavirus. Of course, Brittany, she's letting her animals stay downstairs, and she's hanging out downtown the book club, doing a lot of stuff there. So you guys got to go check that out. A lot of stuff going on. I was just posting about this amazing event that we did this weekend at the Cannabis North Vancouver Expo. Pretty fun.
Yeah. Cool.
It was a lot of fun. It was kind of cool to see what we can do with events here and how we can actually truly step into a legal aspect of how we can actually have these events. And it's legal. Like before, it was prohibition, so we had a hard time doing things. We just did anyways. But now we have this thing called legalization, and they have this book. Check this out.
Oh, what do we got? Hold on. Let me get you over on the big screen.
Rules that we get to learn from, rules that we get to take a look at, and how you interpret those rules is how we play full out. It's like play I did with WorkSafe BC, really understanding the laws within inside the WorkSafe BC system, looking at Section 22 of Voc Rehab, understanding those laws. We do the same thing with cannabis. Produce and what you do with retail stores, marketing licenses. All of these things can be accessed now, guys. You can learn and grow so much. It's amazing. Stay tuned. I'm taking a marketing cannabis course for September. We're all doing this so we can actually start marketing what we truly love, which is the plant, and how we can actually properly articulate it to the people so they can understand the values and the roles that we play in order to get this plant to the people. And guess what? We're evolving together, right? You, me, everybody. We keep growing forward and really looking towards that next level. Yes. You guys. I mean, yeah.
Cool.
I love seeing the industry. I love seeing the growth. I love seeing the change right now, guys. And as I've been kind of plugging away and looking at patterns in the industry, pattern utilization, pattern recreation, pattern recognition, and seeing how this industry has been growing. And my laptop's dying because I have, for some reason, the cords. I hope it's charged. Yes.
That's the right cord, and it's plugged in. Bonus.
And what's really cool is even copying these guys here, the comeback snacks.
Okay.
Popcorn snacks, they're not infused. Popcorn so good it's criminal, so they actually were in jail and actually served some time and came out and started comeback snacks, and they're killing it. You can come back to anything, and this is quite a story, like your story, like my story, like Ken's story. You can keep coming back stronger. You know what I mean? And I appreciate all the support that everybody has in here and what we're doing and what people are kind of growing forward and taking a look at the next direction of this industry and the plant and how we can grow forward with it, which is learning what we can do here in Canada. Because it's the OG Power Hour. This is the Canadian connection is what it used to be on Cannabis Future Project, right? Then we changed the OB Power Hour because Ken wanted some OG Power Hour. We should go OGs meet Gen Zs. We should do an OG meet Gen Z show. Meet the bun tenders, meet the people who are dealing with all of the, what we call them. Those are the soldiers who are on the front grounds, who are at the front lines.
Yeah.
Understanding there's different roles with everybody plays within this industry. And a lot of people figured that we're all in the front lines, but a lot of us have been in the front lines for a very long time. We took positions back in the back now to actually orchestrate to see how things are moving forward in the front. And there's going to be different positions in this industry. And then when you start growing forward and you spend decades in this industry, you'll find your place. Where are you in your place right now with your industry? Where are you in this, in your commitment to grow forward? What are you doing today for the next generation for tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you guys these questions. We're going to start asking questions on this show. And I'm going to gear up because I manifested something. You mind if I share it?
Please share it.
I was told I was crazy this morning, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's normal. You're crazy. Yeah, crazy like a fox.
John's crazy. He's crazy enough. He does things that people do not do. I go for moonshots. I look at things that are just unobtainable and we make it happen. So I did something because I was looking at how the industry was growing forward and what we can do. I call it freedom in 42 days, guys.
Okay.
It's a 42-day transformational journey. This is going to happen 42 days before I turn 52 will be the start date. Okay. Cool. And I turned 52 November 21st. So on November 21st, it's going to be a party. It'll probably be a cannabis culture. It'll be on the second floor, of course, CCHQ, downtown Vancouver. My freedom in 42 days has to do with an extraordinary life. It's a transformation of success in 42 days with Johnny B. Okay. It's $42. It's $1 a day for 42 days. I'm going to give you so much value in 42 days. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to start with your daily commitment, your ritual, how to do a pattern interrupt, and why. I actually have built from broken. Here's even the you guys are getting a preview of this 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I mean, 6 weeks, 6 times 7 is 42, 7 days in a week. You get a 6 weeks every day. First week is going to be built from broken and how you can actually reclaim where you are in your life and know who you are. Week 2 is going to be unleash that power within you and see where you can grow forward. But, I'm going to say this is all inspired by Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, all of these guys that I've been following, from Todd Hartley, right, from Wirebuzz, from Keith Cunningham's on how to grow forward and look at your optics, from Dean Gaziazgo and how to put in a mastermind and build your stuff. These are all things that I've been learning, guys. Then in week 3, we talk about the power within, the happiness that we have. The power of happiness and why we're doing this, because every day and every week is stronger and stronger. We'll talk about a daily ritual. That daily ritual will be what you do on a daily basis. Thank you to your source. Love and let go. Do this with me. Allow a slow, silent, conscious, loving breath. Come on, guys.
It makes a huge difference just to breathe.
Just to breathe, see the nasal's edge and RF sound, and take your time, because pay attention to deeper learning. That's coming into week 3. Week 4, we're going to get unblinded with Sean Calloway and what I've learned from gaining emotional rapport and 5-level listening. You guys will get a free episode, actually be on his show on a Wednesday morning. I'll be giving you links to all of these great people that I've learned from. I'm not coaching what they've taught me. I'm showing you how I've changed, what I've learned, and you can actually learn from it at the same time.
Yeah.
Week 5, of course, is 7 steps to your business mastery. And as everybody knows, I've been taking Tony Robbins business courses for a few years, not once, not twice, but 4, 5 times. So believe me, I got some skills. And in that day, and by the way, this will be weekly meetings that happen on a Sunday to prime you up for your Monday. You'll have homework for the week, and you'll be fully commitment in a WhatsApp app, a Facebook private group, and of course my Instagram for your daily commitment, because you're going to be following me and I'll be doing my push-ups every 2 hours. But in that, you'll have all different ways of looking at your peak state performance. I will talk about this now, because that's something that you get. And in week 6, the final week, is really how to build your money, will, and succeed in life. Because you just stepped out into your heroic, unique identity. You just learned something new. You spent the last 6 weeks setting yourself up to win for Christmas 2024, 2023, so you can have that great Christmas, and then stepping into 2024 and building a money wheel for your future, and how the wealthiest people in the world do this. I learned from the wealthiest people in the world because I took the courses and understood. And I'm just giving you a little snippets of all of these little things that you can actually progress and grow forward with. But I will change your life. It will make a difference. So it's my $42 for 42 days. Step into your Royal Unique Identity, starting in, it's a 42-day countdown starting tomorrow. All starts on Wednesday. So 84 days before my birthday, I'm doing this. I'm doing it anyways, and I want to bring you guys along with the journey. And one thing, if you do it for free, people don't come. But if you pay for it, you show up. So $1 a day to change your life? Yes. So I just announced that right here. I talked about it on the weekend at the Grow Up Expo. And I got 8 people. I got Andy from AR Cannabis signed on right away, owns 8 stores. He's the business leader. He goes, dude, I want a part of that. He knows what I'm doing. And I just want to help you guys get to where you want to go. I told you guys I want to be the Tony Robbins of the cannabis industry. I want to step up. I want to help save the industry. It's saved. Now we got to grow it together, understand the laws together, grow forward together, and what we can do together as a team. Legalization is real. We can have parties. We can get block parties. We can have little events around cannabis. It's just like alcohol, guys. There's no difference. So learn the laws, grow forward. Let's do this together. Let's say freedom for the weed because we got it here in Canada, and we can be the voice for the rest of the world. I already said we're creating the dream team, green team. That's happening here in Canada and around the world, and everybody's coming up here so we can actually grow forward together, guys. That's it.
Yep. And it's not, guys, it's not just about the people growing the cannabis. It's about all the other aspects of the industry. It's about the bud tenders, and the stuff John is going to be teaching and sharing in his course is going to help anybody that wants to do anything, not just in the cannabis industry, but it's going to be more focused there. But if you're improving yourself, you're going forward.
This is for everybody. Let me rephrase that. It's welcome to business leaders and aspirational moguls, right? Introducing a 42-day business transformational program by Johnny B. But it also comes with a 30-day peak state program. It also comes with a 42-day recovery program. It's 3 little courses in one for extra value. And I can tell you right now, you guys are all going to spend $42 because this is an unbelievable offer. This is an irresistible offer. This is something you cannot miss. I will give you more value for $40 you've ever gotten in anything in your life. A meal costs $42 today. I'm going to give you 6 weeks of my time. Yeah.
That's
and you know
a lot
what?
more valuable than $42.
The reality is we all got to make some money. I need to add value to you guys. At the same time, I need your value. I need you to pay me so I can actually grow forward at the same time. In order for me to grow forward is I need money to make money. Guess what? We need money to actually serve, to give back. In order to help someone, you can't do it for free. So to make true value and true cost, the $42 charge is just the start of this journey. Because there'll be different parts of this, of course, coming into 2024. We'll talk more about the 2024 event that will be happening on 4/19. I'll be hosting a once-in-a-lifetime event because it only happens once in your lifetime. 4/20/2024, counting down 4/20 live backwards. Of course, it's 42 backwards, 24, 4/20. Am I not going to celebrate this, guys? Who's the one going to do it? The guy who screams 42 every day? This guy. We're going to count down 4/20 live, 4/20/2024 will be happening 4/19. You guessed it. It'll be an all-day event. Details coming soon. Oh, I can tell you one thing right now. It's got a great venue because it will be on Everbright tickets. There will be a great thing going on, and it will be happening right here, right now, guys. Croatian Cultural Center, the CCC. An event that everybody knows in Vancouver. It'll be beautiful. It's on Commercial Drive. We're going to set yourself to win. Countdown 4/20 live 2024 will be happening with an event with Johnny B. Stay tuned for that one too. So it's about 42 this year, coming into 42-day countdown, going into 4/20/2024. Yeah, that's for me. It's 4/20 all year. So we're going to have a couple of events. We're going to step up into this and actually really connect the industry. Grow it forward, connect the industry with the bud tenders and the growers and the licensed producers and the store owners, and especially you, the consumers, so you can understand true ways of being able to look at your cannabis. What are you buying? What are you getting? What's the education behind it? We want to educate you and give you the information that you truly are looking for. People don't get what they want. They get what they have to have, and you got to get the information, right? You got to know what you're actually truly being looking at. And I'll be discussing a grading system that I've been putting into play and working with greats like Dr. Paul Hornby right over there. You know, the guy fought for standardization. The guy who created all these old forms of THC that we get to get. You know, I get to walk over here and grab some sour peaches.
You'll get into it. You'll get into it.
Got your little excess tax on there.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many different aspects of the industry that can use the training that you're talking about, John. And are you guys doing a 4/20 live in Edmonton this year? I think somebody was mentioning that.
Next year.
Next year. Okay.
Book. Now, the event we'll be hosting. Sorry.
Chew that gummy, Johnny. Don't choke while you're trying to talk and chew gummy at the same time. That wouldn't be good on live TV. Okay, it just wouldn't be good.
There's a whole lot of sugar in here for 10 milligrams, so I'm not happy about that.
Okay. More sugar than there is necessary.
Sugar, 18 grams, 18% sugar.
Aye. Yeah, that'll give you a high just from the sugar, John. Let alone the
Little things we got. We can talk about this. So, then we got these pearls. What happens with the pearls is when they get hot, they melt together. So that way you get just one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I know there's ways of being able to stabilize the gummies. There's ways of being able to just give back the feedback. Right? The feedback that we get, right? From all these different cultivars. We tested this one last night. Dab bombs. Mike was like, wow, it tasted like blueberry. It smells amazing.
Okay.
They're fake terps. And back in the days we hated it. But today it's kind of like a normal thing. Like, wow, this is flavor. It's not weed. It tastes good, gets me high.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you used to drink vodka straight. Now you have all these different cocktails. You rather have a cocktail, right? But some people some people like a beer, some people like certain things. These are all different cocktails. These are all just different ways of being able to consume.
Yeah.
Everything is a cocktail. Everything is a drink. Everything is a shot. So when you start looking at how they've legalized and taking a look at these laws and really understanding them, we got to take a look at the introduction to how they started the industry and now looking at those laws and how we're now molding the industry.
Mm-hmm.
We can future pace where we're going and see what we can have. Outdoor smoking lounges, outdoor cannabis parties, Christmas events, of course, Canada Cane Lane. There's a bit of talk about that I've domains and everything and putting on. So I've talked about that a little bit. We took a look at where we're going in the industry and how we can future pace this industry. Events are going to be happening like crazy. Create an event, get your posse around you, get your group, get your posse, get your group, create your vibe. It doesn't have to be everybody. It just has to be the ones that you love and support, the community that you get into. I happen to really know the community very well, so I need a bigger event,
A large community, John, a very large one. Yeah, across Canada and the world, actually.
This is a 710 person event. On 420 the day before. I mean, come on, guys. Yes. Who pulls that shit off? Who pulls off an event that holds 710 people on 420 the day before 20? Counts down 420 live, 2024 backwards, 420. This guy right here. We made it happen. Why? Because there was a what behind it. And everybody goes, how are you going to do it? Don't ever get caught in the tyranny of how. If you do, you'll never get it done. You have to start pushing forward. When you get caught in the tyranny of how it's going to get done or you miss a deadline, sometimes you have to let that pass on and move forward. You can't get caught up in the how. Because the how is what gets you in the tyranny of how, and you normally don't get things done.
Mm-hmm. You get caught in the action.
When you start doing it, the how just starts following its course. It's a beautiful way of looking at how we can actually grow forward together as one. So as the community is growing and as we're growing here together, guys, I mean, what truly are you capable of doing? Anything you want.
Yeah.
Remember that. I got seeds going right there. I got seeds going downstairs.
Well, it's almost a month ago that you popped seeds on the show. You were showing the different methods and the steps that you were doing. So those have to be up fairly high, at least 6-8 inches anyway. And there they are.
So you have a few different genetics here.
Okay, you're freezing up back, John.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so John's totally froze up here. Oh, is he back? Well, we can see the babies in there. Beautiful. And that's 3 different strains. That's your Medi, the Medi Lights. What's the third strain? You got your Medi and your Medi Lights, and I can't remember the name of the third one, John.
We have Medi Kush feminized. Then we got
Medi
our Medi, Death Medi. We took the Death Bubba, which is a feeding program. It's basically a pre-98 Bubba, and crossed it back into a Medi, which is basically the original Bubba Kush. So you got your pre-93 Kush.
Yeah.
And then I didn't post my push-ups, did I?
Oh,
yeah,
what?
No,
and we waited, and I yapped and yapped and yapped because you were supposed to be posting your push-ups, and you didn't post your push-ups. I mean, like, who hasn't texted John going, John, you got to post your push-ups now, you know? But anyway, John, you post your push-ups. I'll yap. Like, you guys just saw those beautiful plants downstairs at John's house, and he's going to grow those out, and we're going to have some really amazing content coming out from John as he grows those out, because that's what John does. He teaches, he shares, because he cares so much about everybody else and helping them to grow their medicine in the best way. Because when you find your medicine, you find that strain that works for your pain, you don't want to let that go. You want to hold on to her, and you want to keep growing her and keep growing her, because that is your medicine for your pain. And John found that with Medi Kush 15 or 17 years ago, and that's where 2005. So yeah, no, not on live TV, man. I might grab a calculator to do that, but no.
Really? 2005, this is 2025. Go back 2 years, 18 years.
18 years. Well, there you go. See, and I'm just smoking this fucking J of my own stuff here, so I'm not going to even attempt to do math, okay? But anyway, that's what it's all about. It's, having that, strain for you and growing it in the best way that you can, and then sharing it with other people, sharing your knowledge, your understanding of the methods of growing, but of the plant in general and plant medicine in general. Like I had Mark on from the Spirit Conference talking about the mushrooms and the event that they're having in I believe it's October or November. The different plants that affect our body is a large amount, and we need to be getting those nutrients and medicines into us to find that homeostasis in our bodies, where we don't hurt, where we can function, where we have a quality of life that some people just don't have and are searching for. And that's where these events are so important, to bring more people in. And it's not just about, getting high. It's about the community coming together and sharing, and if you're sitting there and you've got a certain pain and somebody shares a J with you and you're going, hold on, my pain's gone, that you want to talk to that person because you want to know what that strain is, because you want that medicine for your body. And that's what it comes down to for the medical side. And I'm always more about the medical. And like John's got a stack of books there.
I got books, guys. I can really get right into a whole thing. What's going to be really cool about my course too, if you don't mind me talking about it, Ken, is I'm going to give you all this juice, because we're going to meet once a week. How we do this on the OG Power Hour, we're going to do the same thing. This is not going to be on YouTube. This is not for everybody to view around the world to see what we're doing. Mm-hmm. This is individual love and getting back and really taking a look at your heroic, unique identity and who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm really going to talk about being built from broken, guys. You can see I got this highlighted. I even got pages in here preparing for the big 3 and how you can do things. I don't energy training. Like, if I do this, I do this. I know this. I do this. I love it. It's what I do every day. And be able to give you a few different things and how you can actually rebuild your life, because we've all gone through traumas. We've all gone through shit. I don't care who you are and what you are, what age bracket you are. Something has happened to you in your life that is kind of gating you and holding you back. We want to unleash that power within you to grow forward. Really get rid of those phobias, those non-limiting beliefs, is setting yourself up to win. I've been able to obtain skills through Tony Robbins and being able to be part of that team and part of that higher peer group of people that I can actually take a look at how far I've come. Why? Because you have to work on it. Everybody says, I'm so happy, I got great energy. Do you think that just comes because I get out of bed and go, I'm going to have a great day? Hell no. I spend 2 hours every morning, part of that day, to set myself up to win. Yep. It's how you win in life. It doesn't come naturally. It doesn't come with money either. Money is what actually kind of draws us down, right? It's really truly satisfying your needs with a simple growth, with a simple seed, with a simple way of keeping something alive. I say, if you can keep a plant alive and you look after it and you don't treat it like a baby, you'll make it through. And I already know certain people let their plants die. I've tried rewatering them and they're not there and they just die because they don't have a commitment.
Yeah.
They don't commit to themselves. They don't commit to their next.
The wrong energy, John. They have the wrong energy. You need the right energy to move forward. And if you don't have that energy, that's where you got to find out why and change yourself. And that's what John is talking about. That's why he gets up at 5:30 in the morning and goes for a walk every morning, you know, and that's pattern interrupt. That's one of these every once in a while, you know, pattern interrupt.
You got to unleash your power within.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then you got to find out your happiness and fulfill your happiness, your journey. Right. Then you start looking at the business that you're in and truly what you're trying to do with your life. Then you got to totally look at wealth and how you're going to fucking build that wealth for yourself. And then what you really need is you need a financial plan behind that. Boy, I just gave you a 6-week course.
And you did miss one thing, John. You're making wealth as much to give back than, you know, for wealth as itself. The more money you have, the more you can help others. And that's, I think, one of the things that I love about you, John, is you're always trying to help other people to succeed in their lives.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. If it wasn't the people that helped me, who pulled me out of a wheelchair. No, I did. But who pulled me out of the ditch? That was a first responder.
Yeah.
Doctors that came in and saved my life. The cannabis community that took me in and helped me get to where I was.
Mm-hmm.
How can I not give back with the grace and gratitude that was given to me? Every day, everywhere we get stronger and stronger. Why? Because problems make us grow. You are not unique. Human beings, we run patterns. You got to break that pattern to true transformation. And freedom comes when you break the pattern. You know what it's called? It's called results, purpose, massive action. You have to manage your life, plan your life, grow your life. People succeed in life, have momentum.
And they get off the couch. They don't just think about it.
I was told
the couch.
that I don't get things done.
Okay. How many decades ago was that, John? Because if
I don't know, but I heard it and I was like, yeah, I know, you just don't get things done. You procrastinate. I'm like,
okay. Yeah, sure. I know it's like scratch your head and go, yeah, you look around. It's like
you get something done. People say, I'm not doing it. Well, you are, because you're doing it. If you're doing something and you're actively moving forward and progressing and future pacing, then you got something, you got ability to grow forward. And guess what? You got time. It doesn't have to happen overnight. But if you live in a day focused day time frame, you thank you to your source, you love and let go, you allow that slow, silent, conscious, loving breath.
And it's live in the moment.
And then see the edge and RF sound. Look around you and just feel that breath. Because we all share the same breath. We all share the same consciousness. We all share the same amount of time. We are all one living in this existence of time. Mm-hmm. We get this time together as one. Enjoy it, fulfill it, and love life. Wow.
And we're connected through the living water that is within us and all around us. In every breath, there's living water, and that connects us as well.
You know what? I could talk about water because it's a big talk that I'm doing about actually putting in a grading system. And you guys know how much water is our flow, because your heart Your heart is 71% water.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is muscle. There's no fat there, by the way. Your brain, when you get brain fog, your brain is 73% water. Wow, eh? Or have a tea.
Well, I got my coffee, but I've got Leah Orum's folic and humic acid mix in this for humans, and it's really, really good for you.
You know what's really great about today's society is we have these abilities to move forward. We take a look at, like when we get sore, if our muscles get sore, we say built from broken. It's about muscle soreness and stuff like that. I do with the Gosco. Your muscles and tendons are 78% water.
Who knew? Huh. That water is so important.
I didn't. When you guys are having problems breathing because of the smoke in the air or from jogging and you're running, you get, this is really, it's because your lungs are 84% water.
Mm-hmm.
Your skin, see how nice and snappy? 63% water.
Yep.
And I just have to say, a lot of old people say their bones are really brittle. Yeah, your bones are 31% water. Drink some water.
Mm-hmm.
Mother Earth is 83% water. It is salt water. You are 83% water. You are walking saline solution, walking around of energy flow. Water is
John, don't forget they're telling us don't use salt, and you have to have the salt for the water to penetrate your body. There's another thing that they're misconception and misdirection is that salt content.
That's
anyway, I
just
had to throw that in.
Stuff like that, absorption levels, how you absorb. Are you actually drinking water? Are you absorbing? Are you maintaining water?
Is it?
You should drink your body ounces every day in water. That's your reality. That's how you flow. That's how you grow. We talk about water activity. Now let's get back into cannabis and talk about this dry ass weed or why we keep humidity packs in there.
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to curing and understanding the flow of water and what water really represents. There's relative humidity, there's moisture, and there's active water, AW. When you take a look at 3 different waters, I'm giving you 2 choice now, right? Because the government never did. I want to give you choice of really understanding water activity and the relative humidity in the air that causes degradation up and down, plant flow, plant aspiration, plants being able to breathe. If there's too much moisture on the plant, it can't breathe. If there's not enough, it's exhausting too much. These are all the deficiencies that you get in your garden. It's what I've seen in the past, and understanding vapor pressure deficit. Now that we talked about water, we can talk about VPD, the amount of pressure in the air that's putting on the plant, the amount of pressure coming off the plant, was the amount of moisture coming off of the plant. Relative humidity, understand there's a flow that happens with water. And reason why water plays this flow in our lives and where we flow to. So when you take a look at how the moisture in the soil is actually getting the root zone, so it's able to grow forward and actually exhaust that moisture into the air to apply pressure on the leaf so it could properly grow. Yeah, wow, eh? And then when you do all this, you have to talk about the relative humidity, you got the water activity, the amount of water in the container to keep the jar fresh.
Yeah, keep terpenes fresh and not volatilizing off.
So now let's go back into, say, the cigar world and all the different woods and moisture levels and stuff like that. So the most expensive cigars in the world come with the humidity pack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cigar companies built solid curing rooms. That's why I get my curing room for a year, 8 months, 6 months, stuff like that, because I copy an industry that's already been doing it. We're not unique, guys. Human beings run patterns. Break the pattern. Understand this has all been done before. You are not unique. Your blood has got 497 astrotype thoughts in your blood. Your thoughts come from your ancestors. That's what we call it. Growing forward, we are an existence of humanity, because if you were living in a cave 2,000 years ago, you didn't have this coffee mug. You didn't have this container. You sure didn't have a pair of glasses or a dab rig, because it came from your ancestors. And the information you get to pass on to the next generation is what you're learning here today now. It's really putting more of the information back into the universe so you can actually grow forward. And understand the universe is full of information. You can grab that information wherever you go. You have to understand how to pick up information by learning it, asking questions. Questions are the laser of human consciousness. They concentrate our focus and determine what we feel and do. If in doubt, ask the question. Don't second guess it. If you don't know it, ask somebody. They want to give you the answer. If they don't know it, they're going to research it or find somebody that has the answer.
Mm-hmm. Listen to many voices. Listen to many voices.
I haven't talked in a while. As you can see, John's just coming on a roll here.
And we're loving it, John, because you're talking truth, man. Like, there isn't an aspect of anything you've said that I would disagree with.
Often, get some teeth up there, and be grateful for where you are today, for what you have, for just being in this part of existence.
You woke up this morning. It's a damn good day.
Follow your dreams and try new things. Grow forward. Future pace yourself. Treat people where they are. You're cheating them. Treat them where they become. You're giving them a blessing. You're giving them faith. You're giving them that and or not the if or but.
Yeah.
If or but yourself, go and or if I do this. And if I did it this way, or if I try to do it that way. Because when you say and or, and we talk about transformation vocabulary, you start setting yourself up to win. Because when I say but, and feel that. Say but with me. But,
and or is an open-ended possibility.
And where and what we do and how can we do it? Or if I do it, if I do it. Feel that. Feel that. If I choose to plant my seed today and I add water, it's going to give it what I need because it's going to grow. What is my next steps? Well, what's great about this is there's all these videos and there's so many people on the internet today. Before it was just a few of us. That's why I got such a big traction. Everybody loves me. There's a lot better growers out there who are teaching you so much more things, guys. Learn from them. But I'll give you the inspiration and I'll give you the growth and how to get there. And then you start dialing in your dot. What do you want to grow? How are you growing it for? Is it for yourself? Is it for a loved one? Are you doing it to make money? Are you doing it to grow forward? What is your why?
Yeah. Mine was to make my own medicine as pure as I possibly could.
And he's growing all that CBD.
Oh, piss off, John. I know. Yeah.
I'll never let down. He's taking 150 milligram caps. I'm seeing his eyes pin out and he's high as fuck. And he's like, it's CBD. I'm like, yeah, no fucking way. That's CBD.
Well, it was that gummy you gave me that proved that, yeah, I was wrong. You were right. And I openly.
I can't eat edible. He's eating 150 milligram caps. Said here with this 100 milligram edible. It'll be on the floor. Half an hour later, like, well, that didn't really affect me. Of course it didn't, because you've been eating pure THC every day for the last year for your back pain.
Here's a jar that's decarboxylated, and all I do is I grind it down, mix it with diatomaceous earth, and that's how I consume my cannabis.
How's it decarbed?
In a pressure cooker, to hour and 45 minutes to activate the CBD molecule. And THC is supposed to vaporize before that, but because it's a sealed jar, it just recombines itself. And the biology goes, oh, here, this is high-grade THC for you, perfectly decarboxylated. I do get a little bit of CBD in there because I have activated the CBD molecules. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, okay?
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. It's Ken's story. It's good. We like it.
Hey, man, I learned this stuff from you, okay? And Mike, in your kitchen at Christmas, you guys made butter. You did decarboxylation in two methods because you did it in the stove and in the pressure cooker.
And we also used rice. We used a deep fryer.
Yeah.
Pressure cooker.
I remember the deep fryer.
Yeah. Remember how the deep fryer thing, the deep fryer?
No, I don't remember the deep fryer. I remember you putting the butter in the water and decarbing. Yeah. Okay. I missed the deep fryer. But then you had other people there that were bringing their treats and cookies. And
Chef by Design, CBD, Chef by Design. They have a really good little thing going on with that. So I appreciate that. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know I watched you and Hetty and Mike get really ripped on that stuff and go, wow, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have another one. But anyway, So okay, so when is your next event, John? Other
Pop,
than pot fights on the 1st.
and then grow up, and then that's it until
Okay.
lift.
Okay.
We're gonna look at doing a Christmas event, but honestly, it's too tight of a time frame to pull something together. So I'll just do Christmas at John's house, and he'll do the same thing he does with his candy cane lane, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And really set that whole thing up. 42 days to transform your life. That's coming up soon. It's called Pattern Interrupt.
And people can find that on your on johnberfelo.com.
You should be getting it up there. I don't think it's there today yet, so give it a couple days. It'll be what you need and what you get and what it's all about. It's introduction. It's basically 3 little courses that I'm putting together. Right. I'm doing them anyways. I'm doing it basically. Everybody keeps asking me, so I figured, like I did with my videos, I just started doing videos because people started asking me, kept calling me all the time, and I was going over to everybody's houses and showing what I was doing. So what I was doing before and what we did with all of my videos online, when everybody's asking me how I was growing my own and helping all the patients and helping all the seriously injured workers because people didn't know how to grow weight and they just wanted to help themselves through Green Cross. 2008, 2010, guys, this is like 18 years ago. And that's what started my Facebook channels and my YouTube channels back in the days, right? It was really just trying to give back. Well, this is how I've transformed my life. This is how I made change for myself. This is something I've learned, and I spent decades learning and hundreds of thousands of dollars to understand it at the same time. Because that's called life. It's called life experiences. 20% of the problem, 80% of the solution. Understanding where you can go and how you can get there are major, right? Oh, yeah, today is last day to grow for Grow Up Conference, guys. So if you are watching this and it is on the Monday and it is the 28th, and if you choose, you can go and vote for all the great products and influencers that are in
on there. Yeah. I already did my vote.
I appreciate you. Who'd you vote for?
Some crazy guy named Johnny B, I think, Yeah. I think that was the guy.
What we got to look at, guys, is your investment in your life is your energy and your time.
Yeah.
That's what you really invest in life is energy and time. Energy and time that you put into yourselves to grow forward to help others. And that's how you really get true transformation. So, I mean, it's an investment that you put into yourself every day. That's what we do. We invest into ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I invest in myself every day, and that's why I have all this stuff around me. That's why I look at 5 week, 6 week growth and expansion for pattern repetition and a bi-weekly challenge.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting into week 7, the 40-day business transformation pattern repetition with push-up challenges, which are including your push-ups. I set at 6 a.m. to mark a completion of my challenge because I do this every day. I thank myself every night and give myself a pat on the back. That's really talking about how this is all part of the course. Anyway, little snippets coming up pretty soon. You have these little reels of what I'm doing. Cool. I just want to give some value, guys. And I know what I've learned, and I know exactly how I've learned it. And that's just by really staying committed to oneself.
Yeah. Well, and John, like I don't know, I really appreciate what you're doing with this course, and you're making it such a good value for what you're getting. Because I know, guys, the hours that John puts into this training, and $42 is like, that's nothing compared to what John is offering you guys.
Everybody tell me I'm crazy. You know what?
Yeah.
It's 42. I'm doing it anyways. I want to give you value. And if you don't think you're going to buy some Berfelo gear out of that and some nice jogging pants or a shirt or something else that's supporting me, or maybe my book, or maybe a coaching course, or maybe you can just jump on for my next one, which will be coming in January, which will be a $420 really step into your heroic unique identity and step into January. Or I'm not going to offer, I'll just say it right now, there'll be a $4,200 course. Of course there will be. That's going to be that real big deep one. And that one's only for a few people anyways. I have no interest in doing it with any more than 4 people. I'll tell you that right now. That will happen in my house. You'll be here in BC. You'll be coming for a weekly seminars during a mastermind every Saturday. We get together with like-minded people, but 10 people are on a round table. We discuss future endeavors. We work within side of groups. We understand artificial intelligence.
Community.
Building the team. Understanding the green team is taking this around the world. And I can tell you right now, you're not going to do it unless you pay for it. I study every day like crazy, like a mammoth. They go, great. I paid for this. It didn't cost nothing. It wasn't something that given to me for free. Just sign up here and get a free course. These courses cost tens of thousands of dollars. And that's how you show up to win. And I'm offering that. No, I'm not offering any of these courses. I'm offering you how I've learned cheap. So you can actually, if you like, you can sign on to these courses. Or you can work alongside with me at a discount price.
Yeah. It's those steps moving forward. And without people having that option.
After you take that one course with me for 3.5 months, you'll be joining into Tony's world and doing certain business mastery courses. If you choose to or not, they're here. I've done them. I just want to give you these proper tweaks, this 2mm shifts that I've learned from Tony, from understanding from the talkers of Jim Rohn and everybody else, from Les Brown and all the great guys that I've been following.
Mm-hmm.
That's that mentorship. The real mentorship came from Dr. Paul Hornby, came from Franco, from Strain Hunters, came from Michelle Rainey, came from Horatio Delbert, Jason Wilcox, and all those beautiful Frenchie Canola. It's the heart of the passion of growing forward, guys. And really, there's so many different ways of growing forward. It's really learning the steps in order to make it real for you. What do you need? Right? People don't get what they want, they get what they have to have. Right?
If you're willing to step into it, you can do amazing things.
Well, you'll never be happy about what you get. You'll be happy by the person you become. So make your life a masterpiece, a piece, and begin to live as though your prayers have already been answered. I probably already said that.
No, actually, I think that one's a new one, John. And I got a pretty decent memory. Sometimes.
Above all, make every moment count in your life, guys.
Yeah.
Without really taking a look at where your day is and what you're focusing on. Like finding the seeds and just planting them in the cup and putting down out of the 3, 2 popped. Awesome. Yeah. I gave away a free plant the other day to someone who's having neck surgery. They're actually having the same surgery I have, so I gave them Medi Kush from seed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm popping seeds and I'm giving them away. A plant here. Grow it.
Yeah.
I'm going to help you change your life. The plant got me out of bed. The plant made me give it water. It gave myself water. It gave me the juice to go forward. What's your why? Is it a plant? Is it a new pair of running shoes? Is it your favorite song? Is it that you just truly want to do something unique for yourself?
Mm-hmm. And help others.
The secret to living is giving, guys.
Mm-hmm.
The secret to living is giving. And you know, I know because that's what Tony's been saying basically in my whole life. I've ever been listening to him. He helped pull me out of a wheelchair in 2005. He was a big part of my recovery. In 1983, 1984, when he was downtown in Vancouver doing his smoking LLP and his buses down there, I was that 13-year-old kid walking down Granville Street on Granville and Davie.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start looking at where you are in your life cycle, because you could be young, you could be old, wherever you are, understand life cycle is a business cycle and where you are. You start toddler, then you get into infant toddler, then you get into young adult, then you get into teenager to young adult. Right? Then you get into maximum maturity, which is between the age of 30 and 35 to 40.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start getting into aging. You start really realizing where you are and reaping rewards of the work that you've done, like where I am at 52. Really understanding the life cycle where I've been and really honing back. And really, this is structured stuff that comes naturally. As you get wiser, as you get older, you get more productive, you start actually sitting back and taking a look at the patterns you've had in your life, because that can go decades now. My teens, my 30s, my 40s, now I step into my 50s. I can only foresee and future pace my 50s. Oh, yeah. Well, people are doing
exciting, John.
50s. Pardon me?
It's really exciting looking at the potentials that we have in our 50s that, and we're trying to share that with you guys, Like time, there's only, that's the one thing you never get back is time. So the more you can pack into each moment, the better you are.
Yeah, it's the illusion that we sit in a life cycle, the illusion that we sit where we are in a daily focus. Understand that every day is a great day. And when you get into hanging out with your father who's like 84 years old, or someone who's 100 or who's 94 years old, believe me, they just love the day.
Uh-oh.
Not my torch.
And you don't have a lighter to light it?
Oh no, I just have to unplug the laptop. It's 11 o'clock. I have to get everything over here.
Well, we're pretty much done anyway, John. We're at the
No,
hour mark.
going on. That was the whole idea. I was gonna do a nice little
Yeah.
I was doing the bong rips this morning.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you said you had something dabs that you were held up there. You and Mike and Hetty were doing.
I have this extra dabster that I got sent to you a couple months ago, and I haven't done a dab like really in months. I just haven't. There was no reason to because of the Dab X, right?
Right.
And then I was like, I'm gonna do a dab. I pulled out the slinger.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see.
I broke mine, John, so I'll have to get another one before you come back to Edmonton, okay?
You broke what?
My fucking dab rig. Broke the top right off of it.
You only have one?
Sorry, man. I don't have the money for dab rigs, okay? Come on. I gotta pay for YouTube here, you know.
This is decades of stuff, so don't give me the money crap. I haven't bought a rig in 5 years, so
I've only ever bought the one, and I got a bong behind me.
The last one I bought, 2019 in Barcelona, from Aaron from Slinger.
Okay. I don't know. I just got to make friends with glass blowers, and maybe somebody will blow me a little piece, you know, something a little bit more sturdy, like with the better quality of glass that doesn't just snap in half.
He's gonna do a dab with you guys as he dabs out.
That's what I'm waiting for to hit the end broadcast, John, is for you to fucking blow smoke in our faces, and then we're gonna be gone. So I'll tell people what's going on. We have oh my god, Michael, you can check out the show with Leighton. Av's on vacation in India. Well, he's going to be back in mid-September. Then on we have Andy Lopez and myself on Tuesday, and then Leah Orum's back on with back on the channel. She's on with the Sun and the Moon on Thursday. So if you're still interested in the humic and fulvic acid, the discount codes, of course, in the description, etc. But there's going to be a wonderful conversation with the three ladies on Thursday. So other than that, John,
pretty sure.
What's that, John?
The folic and humic acid that we're drinking and for your plants and stuff. Great lady.
Oh yeah, yeah. And with that, John's going to blow smoke in our face.